right, so welcome back to Coffee Cafe. This is where we last left off. We just started our new page, General Journal, page 12, and we entered in our grand opening sales on the 22nd. And we also updated our inventory. So here we're going to be starting on the new next day. Okay, so it says here that we are going to make a payment to furniture store, invoice number 75 for the bistro tables and chairs. So we need to make a payment to furniture store for the bistro tables and chairs. So what should we do here?
So we would do payment.
Okay, how are we going to make a payment? What account will we use?
The check.
We'll write a check, correct?
So checking.
Now it says right here that we're going to make a payment to invoice number 75. So did we already receive the bill?
No.
Well, invoice number 75.
Oh, yes.
So if we already received the bill and we're paying it now, so when we received the bill, we said we're going to pay it later, right?
Yes.
So what account represents that? That I'm going to pay later.
Accounts payable.
Good. So now that today, fast forward, it's time to make a payment. So now I need to pay what I owe. Okay. Now, how do I know how much I owe?
Check the invoice.
Where is my invoice?
And subsidiary.
Good. Subsidiary under furniture store. Oh, I just missed it. Haley. Oh, nope. Furniture store. Right here. Okay. Invoice number 75. Okay. So in this case, net 15 means it's due on the 23rd, which is today. And then, so how much do I owe?
$6,605.08.
6600508. Okay, so that's how much I'm going to be running my check out for. 6600508. Okay? So now I need to go write my check. So I'm going to be using check number 1523 for the 6600508 to furniture store. Why? Because we're going to pay tables and chairs. Okay? Tables and chairs. Okay, so check number 1523. All right, so we have all the information we need. Who did we make a payment to? Furniture store. For invoice number 75. And I paid with check number 1523. Okay? So now I need to update my ledgers because I just spent more money and I just reduced a huge chunk of my accounts payable account. So in this case, let's do the accounts payable first. So here I made a payment, 623 payment. Okay, so it says right here, invoice number 75 payment, all right, because we paid with check 1523. We're on the 12th journal, so we decreased our account by 660508. Okay, so how much is going to be in my account balance?
$7,711.20.
Good, right? It drops from 14 all the way down to 7,000. Okay, so we got to go to our checking account because we just paid off $6,000. Okay? Okay? Check number 1523. Okay, and we just made a payment for 660508. So, how much is going to be left in my checking account?
We're subtracting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because we spent money, right?
Yeah. I was like, dang, we're gonna be in the negative.
Yep, we are going to be in the negative.
Negative 4,319.85.
Okay? Now, in this case, right? Negative 4,319.85. Now, in this case, there are two things that we, okay, there's one thing that we can do, and then the other one is what happens afterwards, okay? So in this case, right, we just wrote the check today. So in this case, does this number actually reflect in my actual bank account right now?
No.
No, because we just sent the check out, right? Or maybe we wait till the very end of the day. Who knows, right? So in this case, we haven't even mailed out the check. So therefore, there's that 2 to 3 day holding period that we, right, can go ahead and try to put in as much money in our checking account so this doesn't happen, right? Now, if that's the case, then what else also do we have that could process this check without anything? That we don't necessarily have to dump money in here. Hmm? So let's say if I don't have enough money, right? Can my check still process?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I would assume I can. Well, oh no, because it's not you doing it, somebody else.
Yes and no. Now remember, when we opened up our bank account, we requested for something, right? Do you remember?
Oh, like a, was it for it not to overdraw?
Yes, or no, it's called the overdraft protection fee, right? Or overdraft protection plan, right? Which
Yeah.
is the line of credit. So in this case, we got approved of $10,000 of a line of credit. So in case for overdraft, so right here. So if let's say I left my checking the way it is, right? And of course, I haven't deposited any money and it's been a couple days. You can already assume that this check has been taken out at least in 5 days from now, right? At least. Because it takes maybe 2 days to mail out, then the other party receives it, and then they put in their checking account. It takes them 2 days to process. So then you have exactly maybe 4 days to go ahead and make sure you have enough money in your checking account. Now, in this case, right, it will still go through because I have the overdraft protection plan up to $10,000. So I'm only negative $4,000. That means I still have $6,000 that I still can keep writing checks out for. Okay? I didn't take a personal loan because that also is included in there. But in this case, right, that's what I applied that $10,000 line of credit for overdraft protection. Now, of course, they also said that even though it is an overdraft protection plan, I'm still subject to an 18% charge because they're forwarding money for me and I have to pay that money back, right? So a lot of banks will still charge you the fee for it, but right now, we won't receive that until a couple days later if my bank is still under. Okay? So for now, I just wrote the check. I haven't mailed it out yet until the end of the day. So I am still okay. My account is still positive. Okay? So let's go ahead and finish off this transaction. So here, right, we just updated our ledger. So now we needed to update my subsidiary ledger because now I paid for what I owed. Okay? Payment check number 1523 for invoice number 75 on General Journal page 12. And I made a payment for 660508. Wrong column. 660508. Okay, so then that makes it so then I don't owe furniture store anything. I paid them off on their due date, so no extra late fees or anything like that. So in this case, I made my payment on time. Okay? Even though, here's the important part, even though I mailed it out on June 23rd, right? The check that I wrote out was for June 23rd. So that means the person who's receiving it can't charge you even though they received it after the due date, right? Because you intentionally wrote it on the due date. Now, how's that possible if they received it in the future? Well, obviously, right? It must have been sent earlier. So in this case, yes. So on June 23rd, that means the check is available. It's been written on the 23rd and it's just been sent out. So whoever's receiving it on the end, furniture store, whether they received it on the 25th, right, it still counts as they paid on time. Okay? Or as we paid on time. Okay? So in this case, we don't owe anything to furniture store. Okay? And yeah, so let's go ahead and continue. All right. So then let's see what happened next. The corner bookstore wants to return 4 cracked coffee mugs, okay? And is willing to accept a 50% discount to be applied on his invoice 102. So in this case, Albert done it again. He delivered to the corner bookstore, and the corner bookstore looked at it and found 4 cracked coffee mugs. Okay? And since he is Albert's friend, he was nicely willing to accept a 50% discount off of those 4 cracked coffee mugs. Okay? But he wants it to be applied to his invoice 102. Okay? So, how are we going to reissue this allowance?
Would it be the discount and allowance?
Not a discount, because remember, he's trying to return the product, but he's willing to accept the discount because he doesn't want all of his money back. He's willing to accept a small portion of it.
So return an allowance?
What kind? Sales or purchase?
Sales.
Sales, because right, the corner bookstore is my customer. So we got sales, returns, and allowance. Okay, so to double check what account number that is. Okay, so sales, returns, and allowances is 45,000. Okay. And how are we giving his money back?
Discount?
No, how are we giving his money back? Where are we putting to the invoice? So in this case, we're going to apply it on to the invoice. So that means we're going to lessen what he owes. Okay. So accounts receivable is 11,000. Okay. Now, how much did we originally charge for each coffee mug? Right? We can use the sales order to locate that. So let's see. Let's check out the sales order. So for invoice number 102, the corner bookstore, we sold each coffee mug at $4.99. Okay? Wow. We delivered 5 of them and cracked all 4 of them. Okay, so wow. So in this case, right, we charged each mug $4.99. Okay? Now, how many is he returning or attempting to return?
4.
And he's willing to accept how much of it back?
50%.
50%. So in this case, we would have to figure out what $4.99 times 4 is, okay? And then divide the whole thing by 2. Because that's 50%, right? It's in half.
Okay.
Or I guess you could multiply by 0.5. $9.98. Okay. So in this case, let's see. This is the corner bookstore. Right? We're going to issue the credit on invoice number 102C credit. Okay. And you can also put the reason. Refund for cracked mugs for 50% discount. Okay. So now that my journal's done, I need to go ahead and update my ledger. Okay. So this didn't have to do anything with our checking account. Let's see. Sales, returns, and allowances. Okay, so here we are, sales, returns, and allowances. Today is the 23rd, right? Invoice number 102C, okay? Return, or I guess refund for mugs for 50% disc. Okay? And this is journal number 12 for $9.98. So in this case, my ending balance in my sales returns and allowances should be $19.96. Okay? $19.96. And now I have to now reduce the accounts receivable account because now they owe less money now. Right? Should give you $1208.28, right? About $10 less. Okay. So now the next one is going to be updating the subsidiary ledger because now the corner bookstore owes me less for a particular invoice. Right? So the corner bookstore right here. Okay. Refund for cracked mugs for 50% discount. Okay. And then right to be applied to invoice. Okay, so invoice number 102. It's the journal 12 here. And this is a returns and allowances for $9.98. Okay, so if you did this formula, right, in this case, it will show down here that this is what they owe me in general in grand total. But we also submit another order for them. So in this case, on the side of the column over here, I'm going to say that now for this invoice, they owe me $53.89. Okay, so this column right here, at least it lets me know for invoice 102 after, oh, I forgot the C, after giving the credit on this one, it shows me that now the balance on this invoice number 102 is now $53.89. And this is the overall in case you see more invoices and more invoices on here. That changes the account balance. So, all right. Okay. Now, in this case, do we need to update our inventory? No, because they're cracked, right? What good does that do for us? Nothing. We can't resell it. So in this case, we don't need to update our inventory. All right. And then, last but not least, we got some in-store sales. Okay. So I am going to copy and paste this right above here. Let's make sure there's enough space. I think there's only enough space. Let's see. There might be only enough space for the sales, but the cost of goods sold has to be put on the next page. In this case, that's okay because the inventory is a separate transaction. It's not the same. It's part of this transaction, but it doesn't mean it necessarily, it doesn't have to be glued to it. Okay? Yeah, definitely not enough space for the cost of goods sold. Okay? So that means the cost of goods sold is going to go on to the next page. Okay. So let's go ahead and compute one at a time. Okay. Starting with our checking account. How much money did we receive in grand total?
$1,971.12.
Good. How much was my discount?
$455.22.
How much was my sales medium regular coffee?
$477.60. And then $544.18. And then $622.50. $526.99. $104.85. $150.22.
104.85, 150, 22. Okay. So let me do let me test to see if my debits and credits match for this journal. So I have a debit of 24.26.34 on the left, and I have a credit of 24.26.34. Okay, awesome. No typo. Okay. And I guess while you're at it, go ahead and draw that line just because, again, yes, you could technically squeeze a transaction here. It just without a description. But I mean, I'm going to leave it actually. I don't think anyone's going to squeeze anything in there. Okay, so now let's go ahead and update our ledger because we added money to our checking account. That's the important thing right now is that we need to add the money in my checking account. Okay, so if we need to add money to the checking account, that means I need to make my deposit. So I'm going to do that first is I'm going to run to the bank and make my deposit for the 1971.12 for in-store sales 1971.12. Okay, and today is the 23rd. And this is deposit number 8 for the 1971.12. Okay. So then now that I've deposited this money in my checking account, right, it will actually go through to my checking account. Okay. So here we had some in-store sales, Journal 12. And we increased our checking account by $19.71.12. Okay, $19.71.12. Okay, so in this case, we're still in the negative, right? We're still at negative 2,348.73. So 2348.73. Okay. So now let's see. We got to update our sales. Okay, starting with our discount. Okay, here you go, sales discount. It is the 23rd. Okay, for $455.22. So my ending balance here is going to be $1879.59. So let's go through the sales. Okay. Starting with the medium regular coffee. How many cups did I sell?
240.
We sold 240 cups, which gave us a total of $477.60. So here, my account balance is going to be $1787.02. Okay. All right, so how many large regular coffees did I sell?
182.
For a total of 54418. So my ending balance here should be $2,350.14. What about the medium supreme? How many cups did I sell here?
250.
We sold 250 for a total of $622.50. Okay? And that should give you an account balance of 2,283.33. Okay? And let's see what's next. How many large Supreme coffees did we sell?
151.
We sold 151. For the $526.99. Okay, $526.99. All right, which gives you an account balance of $2,586.09. Okay, and then we also sold some ceramic coffee mugs. Okay, how many ceramic coffee mugs did we sell? Oh, no, we sold way more than that. 15.
Oh, I was thinking about the last one.
No worries. 15. Right? Which cost me a total of, I sold for $104.85. Okay, so that should give my account balance to be $640.94. And of course, last but not least, we need to also update our sales tax, right? Because we collected some more money for the government. Here you go, sales tax. Today's the 23rd. In-store sales. For $150.22. So that should give me my account balance to be $620.26. Okay. And that concludes this section here. Okay. So let's see. How many pounds did we use for this sale? We used 39 pounds of regular coffee and only 36 pounds of the Supreme coffee. Okay, so 39 pounds of regular coffee and 36 pounds of the Supreme coffee. Okay, so now we are working on the next page. So let's see our inventory worksheet. For regular coffee, today's the 23rd, we used 39 pounds, okay? At what cost per item?
$1.61534.
Good. So then what is going to be my total cost of goods sold?
180.11. Oh.
180.11.
Oh, I got that from the end. I thought that was total.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. So in this case, right, you're going to calculate how many pounds you use. So 39 at $1.61534, and that should give you a total cost of goods sold to be $63 even. Wow, $63 even. So in this case, we need to subtract them out because we no longer have them. So I should have, how many pounds should I have left if I used 39? I should have 72 and a half, okay? And here is 180.11 minus your $63 even. $117.11. Okay, so in this case, it has dropped your cost per item by 3/1000th of a penny. It lowered it, not increased it. Okay, so I can hide this because we no longer need this. Okay. All right. So in this case, we used $63 worth of regular coffee. And then this one, for the Supreme coffee, I think we used 36, right? Let's take a look. We used 36 pounds of the Supreme coffee. So in this case, 36. Okay. So in this case, we have only one batch of inventory, so how much is it going to cost me per item? It's going to cost me $1.84 per pound. So in this case, what is 36 times $1.84? What's my cost of goods sold? $66.24. Okay, so let's go ahead and update our inventory. So I no longer have 123 pounds. I just sold 36 of them. So I should have a grand total of
87.
You should have 87 pounds left, which should yield you 160.08. Okay, let's double confirm that first. So I started out with 226.32 minus 66.24. Okay, should give me 168.08. Yeah, good. Okay. All right, so there you go. You should have 160.08 left in your inventory. Okay, and we just used up $66.24 of the Supreme coffee and $63 of the regular coffee. Okay. So 63 even, 66.24 was my Supreme. Okay. So now we got to update our ledgers to match my inventory worksheet to my ledger. Okay. Starting with the cost of goods sold, right? We end up using £39. It's the 13 now. And that cost me $63 even. So my ending balance in my cost of goods sold is going to be $487.64. Okay. I got to do my Supreme coffee. I used 36 pounds. General Journal, page 13. For $66.24. Right, 66.24. And that gave me a grand total of $523.42. Okay? And then we need to update my inventory. Okay, here's my regular coffee. We used 39 pounds of the regular coffee. which is going to subtract out $63. So I should be left with $117.11. Okay. Does that match my inventory? Yes, it does. Okay. Okay. We also used 36 pounds. Which costs me $66.24. So that should give me 160.08. And let's see, does that match my inventory worksheet? I believe it does. 160.08. Okay. Right, so that is the 23rd of June sales, okay? So let's see what has happened next, okay? So let's see, 23rd of June, Irene submits her timesheet because the payroll period has ended. Okay. Maybe I should put that in there. Payroll period has ended. And then Irene has submit her timesheet, and then we had Albert Allen also submit his total sales records. So in this case, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to mark it on Albert's commissions, so we know this is how much we're going to be making a payment for. So this because he submitted his timesheet, right? Or his sales, right? He's only sold to 4 people, and he racked up a total of $560.66. So I'm gonna highlight that because so then we can keep a track record. So then when he keeps adding his stuff together, right? It's a new paycheck now. Okay. So I'm gonna highlight this. We'll make it orange. Okay, so we know this is how much we're gonna pay him. It's gonna be $560.66. Okay. And then Irene, well, we haven't seen her timesheet yet, so in this case, all she did was submit to us. We'll see when we do the actual payroll how many hours she has worked. Okay. And then let's see. 23rd of June, you invited your friends and family to celebrate your grand opening for your store. Okay, you're gonna go buy 10 pizzas with drinks using the petty cash. Okay, and you're also going to have Irene to buy a cake using the petty cash, and Albert buying party supplies using the petty cash. Okay, so how do I record this transaction? Okay, we're getting ready for a party and we need to use money that's readily available, so we use the money from the petty cash drawer.
So it would be petty cash.
No. How do you spend the petty cash drawer?
How do you spend it? By using the cash.
Okay, so when you use the cash, what do you have to bring back?
The receipt.
The receipt, and you put it back in the lockbox, right?
Yes.
So when do we actually recognize these expenses?
At the period.
At the end of the period, or when the cash box is running low. So in this case, these are things that we're gonna see in the future, right? We're gonna see when we get to the end of the accounting period that here is the petty cash drawer. We need to replenish it. So in this case, I'm just letting you know here that Bob, me, the accountant, went to go get pizzas and drinks, and then Irene went to go get petty cash. The cake, and then Albert went to get party decorations, okay, and supplies, okay, and we all three of us used the petty cash drawer, okay. So then let's see what is next here, okay. Bob fills up the truck with gas and uses the business credit card. So in this case, at the end of the night, he went over and bought some gas. Okay? So how do I journalize this transaction now?
So it would be accounts payable.
Not accounts payable, because Bob used his business credit card.
So checking.
Bob used his business credit card.
Visa.
It'd be Visa payable. Okay? And how do I associate this gas?
By the receipt number.
Okay, I meant so we bought gas, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would you categorize this? What did I spend money on?
Fuel.
Okay, now let's take a look, okay, at our chart of accounts. Since I bought gas, right? Would that be an expense to the company, or is that something that we own, or what would you categorize this?
Expensive.
It'll probably be an expense to the company. So let's take a look at my options here under my expenses list. Okay, is it advertising? No. Is it a bank fee? No. Is it a business expense? Maybe. Is it a freight expense? No. Insurance? No. Interest? No. Labor? No, for sure. License? Loss? No. Office supplies? No. Payroll? No. Purchase? No. Rent? No. But what's that? Travel expenses. That seems most accurate. That seems most appropriate, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and put it in there. So 63,000 for travel expenses. Okay. 62,000 travel expenses. How much did I charge?
88.22.
Okay, 88.22. All right, and who is the gas station that we paid?
General Gas and Motors.
General Gas and Motors. Okay, receipt number. $5841398. Okay, and you could also refer what you bought. 22-gallon gas. Okay. Obviously, for the truck. Okay. All right, so there we go. We put some gas in the truck. Okay. So now we need to update our ledger. Okay. Because we got some travel expenses and we just racked up more money on my Visa credit card. There you go. Travel expenses, the 23rd, for 22 gallons. Oh, 91 gas. Oh, nope, it's 13. Okay, for $88.22. So you spend a total of $179.76 on gas. Okay. We also need to update our credit card because we owe more money on it now. Okay, for $88.22. So, how much money do you owe on your credit card now? How much money do you owe on the credit card?
It would be 1528.47.
Good. Okay, 1528.47. Okay, let's see what is next. The subsidiary ledger, just to keep a record that we paid with our Visa credit card to a gas station. So in this case, General Gas. So G F G. There you go. General Gas and Motors. It's the 23rd. You bought 22 gallons of 91 gas and use a Visa credit card to pay for it. What's the receipt number again? 584-1398. 584-1398. General Journal 13. It was for $88.22, and we made a payment to it because we used our credit card. So therefore, we owe nothing. Okay. Okay. So now it is finally Monday. Yay, Monday. Okay. So now it says receive a check $420 from Katie's Coffee Corner for $99.54 for invoice number 101. So in this case, we just received a check for $99.54. Okay. So how do we journalize that? So we're on the 24th now. And this is she paid $99.54 for her invoice number 101.
Accounts payable.
Not accounts payable. Okay, she's a customer, not a vendor. We're not paying Katie. Katie paid us.
Oh, sales receivable?
Not sales receivable. What is it that we use to represent?
Checking?
Well, we are going to be receiving money. That's correct. Checking. Right? We received money. Right? What account did we use to represent that a customer owes me money?
It's not cost of goods sold, is it?
No, cost of goods sold is when we actually sell our products and we have to calculate how much we sold and update our inventory. You are on the right track. It's just that's not the right account. Sales receivable is what you said.
I don't know. I can't think of it.
Accounts receivable, right? They owe me on an account because they owe me money, right? So in this case,
Oh, okay.
close. Accounts receivable. Okay. 11. Okay. And she paid me $99.54. Okay. So we have all the information we need because in this case, she gave me money. Whether she paid under or over, we still have to count it towards her invoice. So if she owes me less, right, then we have to issue her a credit. If she owes me more, then we just apply it to her invoice and then we give her a call and say, hey, Katie, you owe me just a little more. Okay? So in this case, right, that's what we know, that we received a check from Katie. Okay, for invoice number 101. Okay, and then received check number 420. Okay. So let's ensure. Now we're not going to make the deposit of the check yet, but we should make a record of it that Katie's Coffee Corner has gave me some money. Okay, so Katie, invoice number 101. Okay, and she gave me a payment of $99.54. But I'm not going to deposit it yet. I'm going to deposit it later. Okay. So now let's go ahead and update my ledger because now I received a payment, so I need to record that. Right? Receive payment, check number 420. For a total of $99.54. So here, you're still under. Hold on, wait, whoa, where am I? Oh no, I put it under accounts payable. I gotta undo that. Okay. Receive payment, check number 420 for the $99.54. So here we're still under. Okay? And we're going to reduce the amount of accounts receivable We're going to reduce it by $99.54. So that should give me an account balance of $1108.74. Okay? Which, now that I finished my ledger, I have to go down to my subsidiary ledger to update Katie's account. Okay? Okay, so Katie is right here. Received payment, check number 420. Okay. For invoice number 101, General Journal 13. And we received a payment of $99.54. So if you did your formula correctly, it should show a minus $99.54, and guess what? She paid it off because from our notes here, she owed me $99.54. So therefore, she did her accounting on her end correctly, but also we should have issued her a new invoice to make sure she knew that it's been applied. So now her account balance is $99.54, which she paid, and now she owes me nothing. Okay? All right. Then let's see what happened here. We end up receiving our coffee mugs from All Things Ceramics. Okay. We received our periodic inventory. Okay. Now let's just do this for practice. So we don't ever forget, right? Let's do our purchase orders first. We received our order from All Things Ceramics first. Okay. For the coffee mugs for $298. Okay, so in this case, 198 is 198.40. Let's see, is that correct? 198.40, yes. Invoice number 162. Okay. So in this case, right, I received periodic inventory. How do I record periodic inventory?
So the purchase expense,
Purchase expense.
freight expense,
Mm-hmm. And last but not least, am I going to pay this today?
No.
No, we're in the negatives. There's no way we would be able to pay at all. So in this case, we're gonna owe it on an account. So we're going to take advantage of the terms that they gave me. 62. 60. No, 61. Okay. So how much was my total purchase expense?
$298.40.
Okay, so that's the total amount.
Oh, $198.40.
$198.40, and the freight.
100.
Okay, giving me a grand total of $298.40. Okay. Now, of course, we have all the information we need as well, right? We received a bill. Who did we receive it from? All Things Ceramics. Invoice number 162. What was the terms that they gave me?
1%, 10, net 30.
And 1%, 10 at 30. Okay. I think that's it. That's all the information that we need. Okay. So let's plug our numbers into our ledger because now we received our inventory, but now I owe more money. Okay. So let's do our expenses first. Operating. Okay. So we have a purchase expense, which is right here. Right? 80 coffee mugs. For 198.40. Is it 198.40? 198.40. So that should give me an account balance of $591.20. Okay. We got to go up to the freight. Shipping of 80 coffee mugs for $100. So in this case, total, excuse me, $300. Thank you. So we also have to update our accounts payable because now, excuse me, we have owing more money. But we have to. We don't have a choice, right? Because right now, we need to dump as much money as possible in my checking account so then I don't have, so I cover the overdraft protection, but also to make sure that that check for $6,000 goes through but we still have to pay that back. Okay? Even though they let us have $10,000, right? We still need to pay that money back. Like as soon as possible is better. Okay? So in this case, right, invoice number 162. Okay. Which increased your checking account, your accounts payable by $298.40. Right? Because we increased more liabilities. So now you're at $8,000, $9.60. Okay. And then we need to update our subsidiary ledger because we now owe more money. Okay. To All Things Ceramics. Here they are. Let's see. Received 80 coffee mugs. Okay. Invoice number 162. It is journal 13 right now. Terms. They gave us a 1% 10 net 30. So in this case, 10 days from now.
It would be the 4th.
Correct. Right? Because just June only has 30 days. And then if not, it's due in 30 days. So July 24th. Okay. And how much is it for? $298.40. And we didn't pay. Oh, wrong columns. There you go. $298.40. So now I owe All Things Ceramics a grand total of $781.36. So let's take a look. Okay, so we have, how many bills do we have with All Things Ceramics? We have 3, right? Let's see. Let's take a look at due dates. Here, at the end of the month, we still have to make a payment because it says here that on June 30th, we're going to have to pay for this bill anyways, regardless. Okay? But and then the next one is we have until July 20th to pay, and then July 24th. So those bills are good to go. Okay? So we just need to concern that we need to make a payment. Now, it's already too late to take a discount because we're already on the 24th. So in this case, at least we have an idea that we're going to make a payment because we have to. The last date that we can keep owing is the 30th. Okay. All right, so that is us receiving the coffee mugs. So that means we need to update my inventory. Okay, so ceramic coffee mugs. Today's the 24th. We received 80 coffee mugs. Okay, at $248. Okay, which gave us $1.9840. We have to increase the freight was $100. So that gave me a total of $298, which we know, $298.40. So in this case, for practice purposes only, how much is it going to cost me per item?
$198.40.
No, cost per item.
Oh, per item.
Yeah. It has to be all of it, including the freight as well.
$373.
$3.73. Okay. All right. And let's see what happened here. We end up returning 5 of those broken ceramic coffee mugs to All Things Ceramics for a full refund. Use invoice number 162C. So in this case, we received the inventory, we opened up all the boxes and found 5 of those coffee mugs are broken. So we can't sell them and we paid for them. So now we need to tell our vendor, hey, there's 5 broken in here. Okay. So they're going to issue us a refund, right? And we're going to use the invoice 162C. Okay. So in this case, how would we represent this? That we opened up the box and found that 5 of them are broken, and we're requesting for a refund, for a full refund, right? And we're going to use it on invoice number 162C, right? We just received the bill. We didn't pay it, so how else are you going to give the refund back? We never paid All Things Ceramics at all. So in this case, what is the best option to do here? Apply it to the invoice. So in this case, how do I journalize this transaction?
It would be the return and allowance.
Which one, sales or purchase?
Sales.
Did I make a sale or did I buy inventory?
Oh, purchase.
It'd be a purchase returns and allowance, okay? Which is a contra account, so it would be down here, okay? Okay. So let's take a look where that account is. Purchase returns and allowances 61,500. Okay. Now, how am I going to get that refund?
By using invoice 162C.
So,
It would be accounts receivable.
not receivable. We didn't sell to a customer.
Payable.
Because in this case, we never, like I mentioned, right? We never paid All Things Ceramics. So they can't give me money, right? And in this case, they're like, well, in this case, to make it, we're going to reduce your invoice because this is what we charged you. So we're going to apply this credit to the invoice, so then you pay less. We're going to issue you another invoice that says this is how much you actually owe now. Okay? So in this case, I am going to decrease what I owe. Now, how much am I going to owe? Well, how much do I need to decrease it by? So let's go ahead and take a look at my inventory worksheet. Okay? I'm planning to return 5, right? At what cost was my coffee mugs that I just recently received?
It was $373.
Can we include freight? in a refund?
No.
No. So how much did I pay for it? $248. Okay. That's how much it cost me, right? $248. Okay, without the shipping. So in this case, how much is my refund going to be? $12.40. So there we go. That's the number I need to use to plug into my worksheet here. So $12.40. Okay. And you have all the information you need to enter a description, right? Right. We received the credit from All Things Ceramics. Okay. And because we applied the credit to my invoice, I'm going to refer it to my invoice number with a C. Okay. And refund 5 broken mugs, full refund. Okay. So now let's go ahead and update my ledger, because I already updated my inventory, so I'm okay there. So now I need to update my ledger because now I am returning 5 of those coffee mugs, right? I don't have all 80, right? I end up returning 5 of them. Here's my purchase returns. No. This is insurance expense. Okay, here's my purchase. So here's my purchase returns. Credit for $12.40. So in this case, what's my grand total refund? Or so far, I have $22.24 worth of refunds. And because I need to, also, I need to update my accounts payable because I owe $12.40 less now. Right? Because I got an invoice 162C. I got a credit for $12.40. Okay, so that should reduce your amount by to $7.99.7 and 20 cents. Right, at $12.40 made a difference. We also have to update my subsidiary ledger because this affects my invoice number 162. So in this case, I have to make a note here that I got a refund. Okay, so refund on 5 broken mugs. Okay, and this is for 162C, right? So it's this invoice. Okay, and I have to fill out the purchase returns column for $12.40. So that should subtract it out. But what I have to do here is I need to make a note that because it affected this particular invoice, That means if I do end up paying for it in the future, it's no longer $298.40. It's going to be exactly $286 even, right? $298.40 minus $12.40 will give you $286 even. Okay? Right? We already updated my inventory. So let's see what happened next. We end up delivering to Katie's Coffee Corner. We end up delivering to Katie's Coffee Corner. Okay, let's see. What did we sell to her? Regular coffee. Oh, go ahead.
Regular Supreme and Mike's.
And we also included a
Delivery charge.
okay, and she owes me on an account. So in this case, here is the perfect transaction here. All we gotta do is just modify the description. So this should fit perfectly in this spot right here. Awesome. Right, reach the very end of the page. So in this case, it is the 24th. Okay. So let's go ahead and change the description now so we can go ahead and put in our numbers after. Okay. So we delivered to Katie's Coffee Corner. Okay, with invoice number 106. Okay. We gave her terms 1%, 15 at 30. Okay. And then of course down here okay. So let's see. Okay. So in this case, how much did we sell? How much regular coffee did we sell?
65.80.
How much Supreme coffee? Okay, go ahead.
59.85. 109.78. 30.
Okay, $30 delivery charge. So in grand total, she should owe me $265.43. So good. We verified this is correct. Okay. So now that I did my sales, right, let's go ahead and update my general ledger because we now have someone owing me on an account. Okay. So here, right here, perfect. We just left off of accounts receivable. Okay, so we increased our account by $265.43. Okay, so that means we increased our accounts receivable to a total of $1374.17. Okay. Then we got to do all of our sales here. Okay, so sales for regular coffee. How many pounds did I sell to Katie?
20.
You sold 20 pounds for $65.80. Okay. Your ending balance should be $559.30. Okay. Supreme Coffee, how many pounds did we sell to Katie?
15.
Which gave us $59.85. Okay, bringing the account balance to $598.50. Okay. We got some ceramic coffee mugs. How many mugs did we sell to Katie?
22.
For $109.78. So that should give me a grand total ending balance of $750.72. Okay. Last but not least, we also charged a delivery fee. Okay, so delivery income, here it is. $624 for invoice number 106. For $30. So in this case, we now have $150. Okay. So now that we've finished our ledger, let's go ahead and update Katie's account because now she owes me more money. Okay. So customers, perfect. We're already on Katie's account, right? Because she just recently paid. So in this case, right? Right? She would just deliver the order. 106. Okay. We gave her, what kind of terms did we give her? We gave her 1%, 15, net 30. Okay. So in this case, how many days does she have to be able to take her discount?
15.
Yes, I meant the date.
July 9th.
Good, good, good. And of course, 30 days from now is going to be the 24th of July. Right? For a total of $265.43. Right? And that's how much she owes me now is $265.43. Okay? Now, because who is responsible for this, right? Who delivered the coffee to Katie? Who delivered the coffee to Katie?
Us?
We have a person that's designated for all of these people. The person who's always driving. Okay, we hired a sales representative named Albert. Okay, so that means he just earned a sale. Okay, so in this case, we need to first check off that the sales orders has been completed. So in this case, let's take a look in the sales orders list. Okay. Okay, here you go. 106 Katie's Coffee Corner, right, for the 265. So in this case, we did deliver. We delivered it today, okay? And we designated invoice number 106. So in this case, right, because he delivered this, that means he gets his commissions, okay, for Katie's Coffee Corner, invoice number 106 for 200, I can never remember what the number is, $265.43. Okay, so in this case, it already calculated for me. 40% of 265.43 gave me a total of 106.17. Okay, so because this is the new starting period, we need to start with 106.17. Okay, so 106.17. Okay, 106.17 is what we now owe him after the 23rd. Okay, because that's when the pay period ends. So that means this is a new pay period. Okay. All right, so this is what we did. We did the journal, we did the ledger, we updated the subsidiary ledger, we updated Albert. So now, one last thing that we have to do for this is going to be the inventory. Okay? How much did we sell to Katie? Well, we sold 20 pounds of regular coffee and 15 pounds of Supreme coffee. Okay? So, inventory worksheet. We sold 20 pounds of regular coffee. Okay? At what cost per item? It's going to be $1.61,531. So in this case, what's my total cost of goods sold if I sold 20 pounds at $1.61,531? $32.31. Good. Okay, so now right, I should have 52 pounds left, 52 and a half. All right, subtract 20. Now in this case, I have to do 117.11 minus 32.31. How much is my ending balance? $84.80, okay? which then it dropped my, it dropped by a lot. It dropped by 7,000th of a penny. Okay. Okay, so I have 52.5 pounds left at $84.80. Okay, and I just spent, or it cost me $32.31 just to sell 20 pounds of regular coffee. Okay, for Supreme Coffee, how many pounds did we sell? We sold 15. Okay. Now in this case, we only have one batch of inventory, right? Right here, 184 per pound. So how much is it going to cost me to sell 15 pounds at $1.84?
$27.60.
$27.60. Good. So let's see. 87 minus 15 should leave you with 72 pounds. Okay. 160.08 minus 27.60. Okay, gave me a total of 132.48. Okay, so that's good. Okay. So I have 132.48 left in my inventory, and I just sold $27.60 worth of Supreme coffee and $32.31 for regular coffee. So let's plug those numbers into my inventory. 32.31 and 27.60. Okay. So let's go ahead and update my ledgers to match my for me to match my inventory worksheet. Okay. Starting with the cost of goods sold. Right? We sold 20 pounds to Katie for 32.31. So that should give you $519.95. And we also sold 15 pounds to Katie for $27.60. So that should give you $551.02. Okay. So now we need to update my inventory. So here's my regular coffee. Okay. My regular coffee, I sold 20 pounds for $32.31. So that should leave me with $84.80. Let's see if that is true. $84.80. Yes, it is. Okay. And then last but not least, we need to update that I sold 15 pounds to Katie's Coffee Corner for $27.60. Okay, so that should leave me with 132.54. And let's see, is that correct? 132.48. Did I say 48? 132.40. Yep. Okay, so my inventories match my ledger. Okay. And that is it for Katie's, right? I did the journal, I did the ledger, I did the subsidiary ledger, I gave Albert his commissions, and I updated the inventory for this one transaction for Katie. Okay? Any questions?
No.
So, I'm going to stop here, okay, for today.